You gotta love that. Fred Andrews comes out here to play every night. And now Frank,
even when nobody else is here.
Exactly. He'll just come out here just to see if the cameras will show up. A lot of throws over there. Easy throw. Is Chalon a threat to run?
You read my mind. No steals. No steals for Carlos Chalon.
He looks fast, though. You
does.
see him over there. Not much of a lead from that angle. If you get beyond the pitcher, you got a pretty good lead, but he's right behind Borko. Of course, the A's a favorite of everybody's just for their colorful team and their names and their the way they play the game. They play it like the Billy Ball A's. They run and hit singles, and they got a few guys that can crush the ball as well. Strike at the knees. Frank 1 and 2 on Provenzano. Provenzano playing left field tonight.
Batting 250. Provenzano's batting 250 coming into the game. He hopped up to the center fielder, I believe, his last.
Back in 2.
Back in 2.
Shot to right field. That's got a chance. It's
way
way up there. It's going to be off the chain link monster. Bailey can't get it. Brooke comes over. Brock with the ball. And Frank ends up with a double. That wind held it up. And it's a second and third situation.
Carlos Chalon had to hold up there. He couldn't just take off because the wind was holding the ball up. So as a result, he's stuck at third base. We're going to take a second look at it. Cliff Bailey trying to get out there to the fence, trying to play it.
And you can see Frank, and you can see there's Carlos. And at that point, Carlos
saying, "I better."
Said, "Yeah, it looks like it's going to be off the wall at least." And he guessed right, but Frank just kind of had to jog down to first because he didn't want to be right on the heels of Chalon. So, with nobody out, ground ball up the middle. Run will score, and they tie the ball game up, and it's RBI for John Golden. RBI fielder's choice. It's not pretty, but it does the job.
Provenzano comes around to third on the play there. You see that's Chalon doing the old high five, and scores tied at 1.
So John DeVito steps into the batter's box now with Frank Provenzano down on third, and first pitch is inside. John, first time up, flew out to left field, and that wind is now either
dead right now,
dying, or our third siren of the game. This is a 3-siren game, folks, and we are only in the 4th inning. Swinging at those high fastballs. 1-1. But the flag is dying. If it was dead when Provenzano hit that one, it would have gone over. But it kicked up. So it's off and on.
Now it's blowing in a little bit.
Yeah, see, it's kicking up and dying, kicking up and dying. The A's have 3 guys out there in center field in the bullpen. So they are ready at any time to start warming up, and they are right now.
The A's do have some big savers and some big winners in their pitching staff that they're not using right now. Dave Wabick, 5-0 on the season. Junior Bell has 3 saves, but we wouldn't be in a save situation right now.
Junior's out there, and he is a good one. We saw him in that game against the Hornets. He's real good lefty. Come in and really can slam the door. He can throw the heat,
as they say.
Yes, 2-2, 1 out. Provenzano, or I'm sorry, that's not Frank. Yes, that is Frank. He's trying to fake me out again. He always does that. Frank Provenzano down there on third base. And now 1 out. No. Yep, boy, I'm getting confused here. Were you
1 out?
It
just seems like a long inning, but it's
a long at bat.
Long at bat.
3-2. Everything was moving along so fast, and then
and suddenly it just came to a grinding halt.
John DeVito shot to center field and left center field, and he brings him across. And it is a 2-1 game. It's not pretty, But they do the job, and the Clout is known for that. They get the job done, whatever it takes. I think that was their motto, right? Whatever
I think
it takes.
It was something like that.
Pinch runner is Al Massey. Al Massey.
Al Massey comes in to pinch run for DeVito, the catcher. Massey now in the ball game. We have the running stats on Massey.
Let's take a look at those stats, Brian.
His speed from first to third, and you gotta have something for those designated runners, you know.
The second look at DeVito's shot to left field. A nice solid single. And DeVito, since he is the catcher and we've got the old speed up rule, he's going to be coming off. Brian, getting back to you now with our computer check on Al Massey's speed. He has 1 stolen base on the season. And he put that in his trunk and the police pulled him over. And
I tell you, this is a tough crowd. Tough crowd. Even though you can't see him, it's a tough crowd. Jack Gallo.
It's a nice shot of
Papa Jack. Yeah, that is.
He's known affectionately, Papa Jack.
From the first base cam.
Right. Stadium looks like it's slanted slightly, but it's not the stadium.
It's just your TV set, so please turn your TV set on its top.
Yeah.
Hey, guess who that is out there in center field? Dave Wabick. Out there warming up.
Warming up. Hank Lott's starting to have some difficulties on the mound. 1-out situation, right?
Yeah, Hank started off with a single to Chilon, a double to Provenzano, and then fielder's choice by Golden to the shortstop, and then DeVito hit that single, so 3 hits.
Tough
Yeah.
4th inning for Hank.
And you knew that the just a matter of time was called. So the runner will head back. You know, it was a matter of time before the Clout started to do their job, do the business. Work the cowhide. Bang the metal.
More or less. There you see what Hank Lott sees.
Flashing
Pretty much.
lights.
Flashing lights, the Las Vegas effect that
Pitch
we have
out.
out here.
Nobody going anywhere.
I've always wondered if left-handed pitchers are ever, here at Skyscraper, if they're ever taken by a sudden urge for a sub, having to stare at the flashing lights of Mr. Sub all night.
You never know. That's all I have to say.
I have to ask Hank that after the game. Just
Swing and a miss by Papa Jack.
Papa Jack.
1 and 2.
Last time at bat, what did he do? He popped out to the Eric Ulmer.
I got him popping out to our Eric Ulmer, right?
All right.
Yeah, he's
No,
the
wait,
catcher.
wait a second. I have Ulmer here.
Ulmer's the second.
Yeah.
Their
Okay, so it
catcher.
wasn't Ulmer,
Number
it was
2.
Ulmer.
Oh, fouled back. And the other Eric. We've got a great night for baseball as both teams were crossing their toes and fingers and hoping that the weather would stay okay. It's a cloudy night, but the rain has held off, and we've got a great night for baseball. Nice and cool.
It is very cool. It kind of makes you think about autumn coming up.
The leaves.
Pretty soon the leaves will be changing.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray.
Right. I'll be out trick-or-treating. It still works. I don't care what they tell you. It still works.
Just say, hey, I'm a little kid with stilts. See?
I just tell them it's a disguise. I say I'm going as an adult this year, and I think I should get credit for my excellent disguise.
Runner goes inside. Runner is
dead.
out of there.
He's dead.
So on a 1 and 2 pitch, the DR is thrown out. So that brings up a 2-out situation, and Papa Jack still with a 1 and 2 count. Now 2 outs.
Now the base paths are cleared off, so pretty much Papa Jack can hit it anywhere he wants. Doesn't have to worry about double plays.
Hitting behind the runner or anything fancy like that. 2 and 2. 2 outs. 2-1 lead inside and goes to 3 and 2. 2-1 lead here. 2 runs across here in the top of the 4th for the Clout with the new unis this year. Al's Beef and Giordano's Pizza on either shoulder. The pizza and beef.
Ever been to Al's Beef over here on Taylor Street?
Shot to left center field. We'll talk about that next inning. That'll do it. But 2 runs come across, and that's awfully important for the Cloud as they take the lead for the first time in this ball game. And they are in the Skyscraper Championship trying to do it here on Channel 25. We'll be back. Championship. And in the middle of the lineup, we've got Jerry Mack, Juan Neely, and Cliff Bailey coming up for the A's here. And we will see how they do. And of course, don't forget the torque driver drive of the game will be awarded at the end of the game. And so far, who do we have in the running?
Well, Frank Provenzano was the only guy with a real solid drive, and he drove his drive a couple of innings ago. It was a double off the chain link monster in right field.
Well driven
drive.
Jerry Mack has been doing some driving this year.
Jerry Mack had a single way back in the first inning. Flew out after that.
Remember, he can hit the ball a long way.
Yeah, he's got 4 homers on the season, so.
Very deceiving. Swing and miss. He's got that home run swing. You see it right there as he missed Noonan trying to keep it away from him.
The wind is blowing in, and that has been a factor tonight, I think. That we really haven't seen any real power shots except for Provenzano's one.
Mack had a decent drive out there to center and got held
it up.
Strike on the outside corner, and he strikes out Mack, and he really is dumbfounded by that one.
Noonan now is starting to heat up the affair. He's got 5 strikeouts. And he's getting back into form. He really hasn't had any trouble since way back in the first inning when he gave up that run.
Juan Neely, the batter. Juan's been a strikeout victim back in the 4th. Exactly, and a walk in the 1st.
Felt a breeze.
Exactly. He is really starting to fool him now. Again, I don't know. I don't think he doesn't get faster. He just has great control. Don Noonan.
Yeah.
Low. Did he go? No, he did not. Didn't go. Cleveland plumped down there. Says no go. 2-1. And of course, every Skyscraper league would not be able to get together and on the air and together. I mean, just play the games at all without the fine league office. President Richard Ward, Commissioner Dane Whiteside, Treasurer Arnie Hartock, Facilities and Ground John Burke, and of course League Statistician John Ward, who are here every game.
That's right.
We just show up on Tuesdays. Inside pitch knocked off the fist, foul out of bounds or out of play.
Dane Whiteside, of course, the czar.
Yes.
Baseball czar here, making things run.
He makes those decisions that are not easy. Fouled away. He's here every game, so he's able to, to make those decisions. And I think DeVito caught that foul ball off his shoulder. That's why he's walking around there.
He
catcher's life is.
Tonight's decision was, I believe, Beck's and Italian sausage.
Which is not an easy decision to make,
no.
But since it is the league office championship, and the league office, the entire office is here in the booth.
That's right.
He had to go with the first class.
That's right.
Lovely spread they have here tonight.
Oh yes.
Over in the
looking behind us, it's quite majestic.
3-2, excuse me. 3-2. Tony Hubbard there down on third, coaching there. Little dribbler down to second. Chilon up with it over to first, and it's a head first slide after the play is over. Not bad by Juan, but Juan, maybe that's why he's going to retire at the end of the year. He just can't make it down to first like he used to.
Juan Neely's been pretty much neutralized, and that's an important factor because he's a power hitter for the A's, and his performance is definitely missing this game. These are not the slugging A's that we're used to. Being controlled by Noonan.
Been quieted down by Noonan in years. And now Cliff Bailey steps in.
Cliff's hit him deep both times, but
gotten a hold of him.
He's flown out.
And the flag right now,
dead.
Dead.
Oh.
Inside, keeping Cliff off the plate. 1-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. You start getting around the 7th, 8th inning, you start to hear the stirring of Soup Campbell for the Clout. And of course, was it Junior Bell? Yeah, Junior Bell for the Maple Park A's.
Right.
Two men that closed the doors on everybody. Both of them have had great years this year as far as saves. Shot to left field.
That one's got some legs.
Got enough, it's going to get out of here. It
Good
is
night.
back, and so long. Tie ball game as Cliff Bailey hits the round tripper, and it's 2-2.
There we see Cliff Bailey coming around the path. That is the torque driver drive of the game to this point. Cliff Bailey knocks it out, as we knew that he would sooner or later. First couple of innings, in the first and the fourth inning, he could have hit a couple of real deep shots, but they just didn't get out of the park. That one, with the brief break and the wind blowing in, for a short period there, the wind stopped blowing in, and Bailey was able to knock it out of the park. We have a tie ball game.
That's exactly what happened. The wind has been that way all night long. It has died for like maybe a minute, kicked up again, and Bailey timed it right. Got it out there, and now Camardo comes out to talk to Kanunin, chat about it, settle him down, 2 outs, watch Cliff again.
Boom, he's thinking torque driver all the way. There it goes.
It was high enough. It was whether or not it got killed. Provenzano, you can see he's out there, and he just said no. It's going to hit the batting cage out there. So Don Kanunin now steps back in and has got to go up against Borko Kanovic.
He worked. Borko. He worked. Borko. Last time Borko was up, he walked him, but he was stranded at first base, and Kanovic grounded out to the third baseman, Camardo, in the second inning. Now a little conference out there on the mound for the Clout. You see their nice unis, nice new uniforms.
More. Skeeto McKee comes down from third base to have a chat with Borko. Borko going with the former green helmet, that paint chipped off.
Some young entrepreneurs in the...
Nothing like fun at the old ballpark. Swing and a miss.
Oh,
foul.
that one.
Yeah, fouled away, I actually should say. And now the wind kicks up again and is blowing straight in from center field. So we will keep you up to date on the wind at all times. Playing a major factor in this game. High
straight
pitch. He went after it. DeVito over. Tough play, and he can't make the catch. Boy, oh boy, that was a tough play. As he was over there by the bats. And that is a tough play for DeVito to make.
Yeah, there was a possibility that he was going to run into somebody sitting over there on the bats, sitting over there on the chair next to the bats. But
now he's got new life. Borko, new life for Borko.
See a shot at DeVito there.
Ooh, just missed on the inside corner. Takes it to 3-2. Nobody on, a 2-2 ball game. Cliff Bailey. HR here in the bottom of 6. Ooh, a doinker to short. Gallo up with it. Over to first. They're out of the inning. It's Cliff Bailey's home run that ties this ball game up 2-2. You're watching the Skyscraper Championship on Channel 25. Championship. The first man up was John DeVito, and he popped out to guess who? Who else? His counterpart, Eric Ulmer.
Eric, the Minivac Ulmer.
He has been the Minivac player of the day so far. defensive player of the game. He has really played a great game so far. Shot to right field by Jack Gallo. Papa Gallo, blah. You know what I meant.
Cliff Bailey.
Flies out to Cliff Bailey.
Ulmer.
I'm not used to these. I'm thinking 9 innings. I'm trying to save myself.
That's right. Ulmer's, he's a stature. I don't know if he's really a mini-vac. He's more of a maxi-vac.
More like a, yeah, he is more like a torque driver, but he's definitely playing like a mini-vac. First pitch is a strike to Sal Guerrero. Jack Gallo flat out, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Sal's been on base both times, got a single and walked once. Hasn't scored yet. He was stranded at third base in the 3rd inning about 7 years ago.
I remember that well. We were here. It's been a good game. As expected, these two teams pitching.
Been a pitcher's duel.
Has been in the forefront, and Hank Lott, 5 strikeouts, 1
That's going to stay
walk, and that'll do it. It'll stay inside. Underneath it is Bell. He's got it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Hank Lott and the A's as we move on to the bottom of the 7th, still tied at 2-2. We'll be back to the Skyscraper Championship right after this. All tied up here as we move to the bottom of the 7th, and Gary Rankin has checked into the lineup on the mound for Don Knunin, and with the Gary Rankin story is Bill Ward.
All right, Brian, let's take a look at the big board. This is the numbers for Gary Rankin. He's appeared in 7 games. He has a record of 5-1, so he's a starting pitcher most of the time. He has no saves. He's worked 28 innings, 28 2/3 innings in that time, given up 28 hits, 12 walks, struck out 21. He has an ERA of 1.74, and he's also the brother of Kevin Rankin.